We got Purple Kiss, Pretty Psycho, which excited about because I checked out Zombie from them. I checked out both the like original version and then the like Halloween performance like remix version. And this one was also one of the ones that was recommended to me as like a festive kind of Halloween one, right? So I'm pretty excited to check it out. Even just the font of Pretty Psycho is giving me the Halloween vibes. So we'll see. I'm a freaky pucky, 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 freaky. Whoa. The groove. Love the bass line. I love the vibrato there. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I love the like darker tone that we're getting from the vocals already. Again, with that bass line coming through. I don't know if they have to giggle at me. Because didn't we have that in Zombie as well? Ooh, slow down. Dang, the scream again. I feel like because we're going into the chorus, but I like the don't run away, but don't make me mad, like the threat in that as well. Like the mixture of this like soft vocal with that like threatening undertone to it. Again, because Psycho. I'm a freaky pucky, 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 freaky. I'm pretty psycho. Ooh, good little slide up. Ooh, that's fun. Whoa. Okay, I like the layering up of those vocalizations because it's like the bunch of layers, but it's very cut off, right? There's this very glitchy feeling to it, which I think fits really well with it. And I also love the I'm a pretty psycho, right? Like pretty psycho in terms of being pretty like crazy or like being labeled that way, but also pretty in terms of like looks, which I think is also a bit of a concept that they did with Zombie, right? Where it was like them being having the facade of being very like cutesy and girly and like these bright color palettes and everything, and like the music video, and then under that is like the monster, right? So it feels very in line with that for this to be like I'm pretty also psycho. It's the mixture of those two things and the like threat underneath everything and having this darker tone to a bunch of the vocals, but like a very like soft sound as well. There's the kind of soft breathy tone for a lot of the vocals as well. And I love the vocal slides because we have the slide up and then also sliding down, right? Having the elongating those different parts in contrast to that kind of glitchy vocalization that we got in the chorus as well. Like creaking. Whoa. Wait, before we go back to the chorus, I love that pickup in the cadence, right? We have like some of the rap happening, but then pick up with all the production and everything. And then everything slows down as we get to that little like pre-chorus. That's so beautifully done. Again, because it's these ups and downs, right? If you're talking about somebody who you label as like psycho or crazy or whatever, right? Like someone that you put that label on, especially since one of the lines was like, I'm a bad idol, right? Like people are like saying that I'm acting in these ways that I shouldn't be, or that it's having this label put on them, especially like a group of women, right? So being like, oh, I'm acting and behaving in a certain way, and then being given this label of psycho or crazy or mad or whatever, right? And then having the switch up in the cadences and having those like longer drawn out words, and then having these really choppy cut off words. So that back and forth, that up and down, that like hot and cold, right? Having that switch up fits so well with that. Where like you don't really know what you're gonna get.
I'm a freaky puggy, 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 freaky. I'm pretty psycho. 들어줄래? 나쁜 아이돌. 멋대로 할래. I'm freaky psycho.
Like how it softens out on Psycho.
I'm a pretty psycho.
Ooh, I like the keys. The like sampling in it too. Whoa, I love all of the things, like a little musical interlude there with the keys, right? Having those, I don't know, like the keys kind of like running. I don't know if it's exactly going to like scales or anything like that, but I like having that in there mixed with all these vocal samples that are like layered up in the back and stuff, because it's like all these like voices swirling around, right? With a little bit of a like bright pep in these keys that are coming in. Two like juxtapositions of those two things next to each other is really fun. Don't go to sleep. The like almost like ice or like cracking sound. I'm unsettled. Even them switching between voices really fast. Whoa, that little glitch. Ooh, that's really fun. Again, the like vocalizations, even having the little like pause in there where again, it's like a little off kilter. It's a little unsettling, right? Like it's a little bit not fitting in to what you're expecting their lane that they're going to stay in, right? Ooh, that's so fun. Yeah, it's giving like Scooby-Doo, I think like similar kind of thing, or even something like that where it's almost like a like children's ride or something where it's like a spooky, it's supposed to be something that's like spooky for kids and you're like, oh, how bad could it be? And then it's actually a lot scarier than you might think. Look, maybe I'm just saying that because I recently rewatched a Scooby-Doo film from when I was a kid and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember why this scared me a lot as a child. Like I was watching it, I'm like, I'm a little bit scared now. I'm a little bit unsettled and I'm an adult. Yeah, it's giving like abandoned carnival. That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking like demonic clowns, right? Like you're being like, come on this like ride, children, right? And you're like, no, do not follow the clown into the haunted carnival. Don't do it. That's what it's giving me. That was so fun. I love that. I don't have captions. That's why we check out lyric videos first. All right. Already the like commitment to the performance, just there, that facial expression, we're committed to it. All right, let's do this.
I'm a freaky puggy, 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 freaky.
Intense facial expressions. No need to laugh at me, thank you. What's in my head? Ooh, I like that dress. Whoa, the switch over. That was such a good cut. I like how they've got these little smiles every once in a while with their performance. Ooh, I like that hand detail. Whoa, they have like a lot of moves. I saw it in the zombie performance too, where they like lean back, and I'm like, that makes my body ache. That makes me in pain just looking at it. But I just say that so with chronic back pain. I love like a bunch of the hand details, even the, again, the little smiles or like the hair flips or whatever, like very kind of dainty movements mixed with those like smirks, those like knowing glint in their eyes, which I also got to see in the zombie performance. So I love that they're carrying that forward of who, me? Yeah, you should run.
I'm a freaky pucky, pucky, freaky. I'm pretty psycho.
I like that move too for Idol, like a crown. Ooh, that like voices. Ooh, that's fun. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, first off, I love the psycho, like the voices, right? Some like talking in your ear. Love that we have like the pretty where they're like framing their face, and then psycho and they have the grin, right? I love that asymmetrical too. So it's again like off kilter, and then having those little like tick movements again, like a little bit marionette, a little bit like almost automaton, right? I think that fits so well with the vibe. Ooh, I like that fast like switching between them.
I'm a freaky pucky, pucky, freaky.
Whoa, even that like, again, they're great. I saw it in the, I'm pulling from Zombie because that's the only other one I've seen from them. But those like drawing out those movements, like those pauses in performance. And I love just like elongating out some of those movements when we have, like I was saying, some of those fast switches between the different people who are singing and everything, that you have like all this kind of movement, like kinetic feeling to a bunch of it. And then you have that like really drawn out movement with these extended arms is a great contrast. Again, those ups and downs, those I don't really know what I'm going to be dealing with, right? Are we dealing with like fast switching between different things? Are we dealing with like really slow, delicate movements? Like, what are we doing?
I'm a freaky pucky, pucky, freaky. I'm pretty psycho.
Like little like crown for like an idol. Even like turning away from like the voices. Ooh, that little like almost tableau. And the little domino on the keys. Wait, that's so fun. I love little tableaus because we have this interlude, right? And then the little keys and they all have the domino effect. That's so good. And again, like very like cutesy, right? Like it's more like feminine movements and then psycho. Whoa. Ooh, the like foot tap along with that is like such a good little detail.
I'm pretty psycho.
Ooh, I like the nail polish, the black and pink. I love that little like head movement.
a pretty psycho.
Ooh, even like ending on the ground, like there's something, we've got more. Sorry, I got excited. But the ending on the ground with the little like head, right? Again, is like almost something like predatory, right? You'd better run, right? Because you don't quite know what you're dealing with. That's so good. Yeah, I love that they turn away from like the voices that are like speaking to them and then they like snap their head back and end up like following the hand movement. That's so good. Like just the storytelling of that to be like turning away from the voices in your head and then giving into them and then you have the pretty psycho. That's so good. Even like maestro.
Pretty psycho.
Okay. Uh-oh, don't cut the red string. I know enough that those are important. I already talked about marionettes. This feels very marionette. We talk about how well they're holding this. Like some of them like definitely needed to hold this and it's not like a freeze frame. That's not unsettling. Fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. I like that I talked about in the zombie performance. I was like, oh, it's almost like marionette. Like a bunch of their movements feel very much like the kind of like jerky movements of a marionette being pulled by its strings. And then we have these really like boneless movements that feel like the strings being cut. And I like that there's some of that in here too. I was even talking about like carnivals, like you have the little like robotic creatures in the carnival or like a children's ride, right? And then having them come out of the actual like ride or the carnival, whatever. So I love all of the imagery in that. Even just the logo where some of the letters are like upside down, right? Some of them are just like a little bit off. What a good performance. I love the song. Like I love the bass line and the groove to it. I love just like the really soft vocals in contrast to what they're talking about. Super fun.